The 2-2. Pulled over to the left side. Charging is Camargo. He has to hurry, and it's not in time. Runs hit well. Out to right center field, and it is gone. And Lindor ends an 0 for 18 with that 2-run home run. And he makes it a 7-3 game.
Can't let the Mets think they have a chance, and get momentum going for the remaining 3 games of the series. He said this game's over, they just don't know it yet. They can't be friends. It's impossible.
They seem like they're very cordial.
Yeah.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Maybe the Met fan said, "Oh yeah, hey, here we come," and the Phillies fan said, "Yeah, there you can go."
Line drive. That's a fair ball down the left field line. It's going to go to the corner. Alonso's on his way to second. And he'll get there standing. That's his second hit. So a double with nobody out. 2 runs are in. Phillies lead it by 4.
People probably think, well, it's 7-3. Why is McNeil bunting? Because they need base runners.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
You see, Bohm was playing back and thought if he could get a bunt down the third base line, he could get a hit, but he decided to pull one and get a hit anyway.
Alonso's going to hold up at third. Roman Quinn gets it in quickly. Here comes Joe, and that'll be it for Norwood. And then Corey Knebel's going to come on and try to get the last couple outs here. It was 7-1, now it's 7-3. Canna is due up. Dominic Smith is the on-deck hitter. And since the tying run is in the on-deck circle, this is a safe situation.
Well, let's hope he makes it a quick one. How about a little ground ball to Camargo? Turn it, interview, post-game, home. Gotta have a plan.
Gotta have a plan. Hopefully your plan works out. Canna tonight is 0 for 3. He's flied out, lined out, and he is struck out. Back toward the middle, knocked down by Knebel, and everybody is safe. That'll be a base hit.
You don't want to just 2-0 throw something down the middle to Davis, hope he gets himself out. But you really don't want to see Nimmo come up.
Line drive, that's a base hit going down the left field line. 1 run is going to be in. And Canna is held at third base. McNeil scores. It's 7-5. Three hits and 1 run in the first 8 innings. This 9th inning, they had 4 runs on 6 hits. And that's made the Phillies fans a little nervous here. A lot nervous now. Curve ball out towards center field. That's going to drop for a hit. 1 is in. Jankowski's coming home, and the Mets have tied the game up at 7 here in the 9th inning.
And look, it's a tie game. 2 outs, runner on first. The guy on first can run. The last thing you want is for Knebel to, be upset that he didn't record a save here and help this team get a win. Marte's last 2 bats, he hit a base hit and a bomb in the 6th.
And a high fly ball out toward left center field. Odubel on the run. He's not going to get it. It's off the base of the wall. Nimmo is scoring all the way from first, and the Mets have taken the lead. My, oh my. Starling Marte, in his last 3 at-bats, has homered, singled, and doubled And the last 2 hits have come in this inning. I mean, it's just stunning what happened. Stunning. There's no words, are hard. It's hard to describe something like this. But Adonis Medina, 2 2/3 scoreless for the Mets out of the bullpen. Swing and a miss, 1 out. Now it's not over, but the task is difficult, facing a guy whose ERA is 1.59.
Yeah, that means someone scored off of it.
It's true.
Might as well be us here.
Off the hands. Put it off the top of the nozzle behind the mounds, and McNeil was able to make the play. And there are 2 outs. The Phillies are down to their final out in a game in which they had in their grasps. Hoskins ready, so is Diaz. 1 for 11 against Diaz is Reese in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. As stunning a loss by the Philadelphia Phillies that we have seen in more than a decade. I mean, just stunning. Up 7-1, and they lose it 8-7. Baseball is an unforgiving sport.
This is Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Ben Davis, Ricky Vitalico, Michael Barkan. We know that you tune in to us to get our opinion, in particular Ricky's and Ben's, and in a moment, John Kruk. I don't know what we can say. You watched it along with us. It is an absolute, Tom McCarthy was thinking of words, it's an absolute stone-cold disgrace. This team's been playing baseball since 1883, 140 years this season. I would venture to say that's a top 5 loss in its history, to lose a regular season game in division when you have lost now 4 straight in 5 of your last 6 games, and you're going out west to play the former world champs Dodgers, Seattle, which is tough, and then coming back here and more tough on your schedule. Disgraceful. Ricky, you next, and then Ben. And I want to hear, John obviously coming up as well.
Yeah, I think T-Mac hit the nail on the head when he said, we get paid to talk about what we saw in the game, good, bad, and different, and we make our livings by speaking. We are all at a loss for words right now. What you just saw is beyond a head scratcher. It's beyond anything that you could have seen throughout the course of the 162-game schedule. You can say, we'll get them tomorrow, and I'm sure we're going to hear that from the players tomorrow. You can't rebound from a game like that, from an opponent that you had defeated. They were done. They were toast. It's turn the lights out, go home.
7-0.
And to have that happen, this is a terrible way to end a ball game, terrible way to end a day.
This should in no way happen in a Major League Baseball game. And the reason why I say this is you have certain guys on your team to finish out innings. I think managers get too lenient in the 9th inning when they're sitting there up 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever number of runs, and they bring in guys that they don't have confidence in and try to give those guys that big burst of confidence, and then all of a sudden things start snowballing in the wrong direction. And by the time you go to your guys out there in the bullpen that have been good to you, there's already a fire lit, there's already been gasoline thrown on it, and it's pathetic. That was exactly what this ninth inning was. That was pathetic. That was poorly pitched. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. That should not happen in a Major League Baseball game. And I think 0 for 330 pretty much says that.
0 for 330, and also entering tonight, teams were 0 for 66 this season when trailing by at least 6 runs entering the 9th inning. 0 for 66, and then there's the 0 and 330 for the Mets going back the last 25 years. Virtually impossible to do.
Put this in perspective, Major League Baseball teams were 0 for their last 684 when trailing by 6 runs entering the ninth.
Is that all?
That's all. The Mets have erased that. And, you know, it happened so quickly. So many different contributors, so many big moments, turning moments. Chris, when you look back on it, what do you think was the biggest at-bat and the biggest hit of that comeback?
For me, it was J.D. Davis, and it's an easy one because they get Knebel in the game. He strikes out Dom Smith not once but twice because the umpire misses the call. All of a sudden, you're down to your last out. He's coming in cold off the bench. I understand that's his role. Double down the line, and then it just feels like the wheels are off. And all of a sudden, the momentum and the confidence builds, and you can feel it from a Mets standpoint. You can feel it slipping away from a Phillies standpoint. We're not that far removed from the Mets blowing a big lead late in Citizens Bank, and Edwin Diaz, you know, blowing up late in the game and giving up home runs left and right. What I loved about the Mets, though, here, it's the chip away. After the Lindor home run, it wakes everyone up a little bit. Then it's, you know, single, double, professional at bats. Guys aren't swinging out of their shoes. It's the right approach. A big assist from the Phillies bullpen as well, obviously. But all the things that we've come to appreciate already in the early going about this Mets team was on display there in that comeback.
You should be a producer with the segue you just handed me with the Edwin Diaz reference there, because here we are back in Philly, and you talk about the improbable win. One of the most improbable things, JJ, a drama-free 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth. What has Diaz shown you this year as the Mets closer?
I mean, a whole lot, Eamon. For a bullpen that has a whole lot of question marks, Edwin Diaz has done the job time and time again, and it's not the high-wire act. It has been with relative ease that he's been able to do his job at a very high level, and this is the guy the Mets thought they were getting when they made that trade with the Seattle.
Brandon gets the curve and lines it into center field, a base hit! In is Canna, here's Jankowski, he scores and the Mets have tied it! Brandon Nimmo with a 2-run single. The Mets have scored 6 times in the top of the ninth to tie this game at 7-7. What a rally! And Starling unloads one, deep left center. Back to the warning track goes Herrera. Near the wall, it's off the base. Here's Nimmo around third. He'll come in to score, and the Mets take the lead. Unbelievable! Starling Marte with his 3rd consecutive hit drives in the go-ahead run with a double, and the Mets with 7 runs in the ninth lead it 8-7.